I know.
How many times I've
Bust my face on it.
Hey Doug, why don't you make it a little colder in here? It feels like a freaking operating room.
You got short sleeves on too.
Yeah. That's my I'm sure today because it's hot. Well, I mean,
Excuse me, if the audience would go ahead and have a seat, we'll give you a couple minutes to get seated in here, and then we'll start our meeting. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you all had a seat. Welcome
welcome.
to the October 1st, 2018 meeting of the Shawnee Planning Commission. We'll start with roll call. Commissioner Montgomery.
Here.
Commissioner Roth is absent. Commissioner Peterson.
Here.
Commissioner Willoughby.
Here.
Commissioner Beanhoff.
Here.
Commissioner Busby is here. Commissioner Wise.
Here.
Commissioner Braley is absent. Commissioner Les Smith.
Here.
Commissioner Mudgett is absent. Commissioner John Smith.
Here.
Thank you. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Consent agenda item 1 is the minutes of the September 17th, 2018 meeting. Unless there is a request to remove this item from the consent agenda, the minutes will be approved in one motion. Is there a request to remove the item from the consent agenda? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Commissioner Montgomery,
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
is there a second?
Second?
Commissioner John Smith, thank you. A second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Next item is new business, Z061810 and FP111810, rezoning from agriculture to residential suburban, and final plat approval for a 13.5 acre parcel of land on the south side of the 22,000 block of 71st Terrace. Applicant is filed by BHC Roads for Terry Matlack, owner. Mark?
Good evening, Mark Zilsdorf, planning staff. I'll go over the rezoning factors first, and then I'll do a quick review of the plat. Requested area of rezoning is 2.9 acres located on the southeast corner of Brockway Street and 71st Terrace. The applicant requests rezoning from agricultural to RS residential suburban. The request is to allow for the creation of a new 2-acre residential lot on the corner and to also bring a non-conforming property into compliance. Both properties are owned by the applicant. This property subject to the rezoning request is a replat of Block 11 and part of Block 12 of Monticello. The property consists of a part of a larger 4.1 acre undeveloped parcel and also a smaller parcel to the east. The smaller parcel is developed with a detached garage that is part of an adjacent parcel that is zoned RS and developed with an older single-family home. Just, if you guys aren't familiar, what we're talking about is this parcel and this parcel here that is getting rezoned. There we go. How about that? Okay. So the rezoning part is this area right here. And it will be combined, if it's rezoned and approved, it will be combined with this lot in the final plat, if that makes sense. And then there'll be a 2-acre lot here. And it's kind of confusing because the rezoning and the plat's 2 different pieces or separate sizes. Surrounding properties developed with a variety of single-family homes, some dating back to the 1930s on lots ranging in size from 0.6 acres to 3.0 acres. These properties are zoned agricultural and residential suburban with 2 properties to the southwest that are zoned single-family residential. Land use guide of the comprehensive plan anticipates low-density residential development for the entire area. The plan defines low density as 1 to 5 dwelling units per acre. The plat provides 1 additional single-family lot to create an overall density of 0.2 dwelling units per acre. Therefore, the proposed use and density conform with the land use guide. Character of the area will not change as a result of the rezoning and should have little, if any, detrimental effect upon surrounding properties. This rezoning will allow the creation of an additional lot for residential development on this corner and will assist with bringing a non-conforming property into conformance with current zoning regulations. Property in this area is expected to be developed in a low-density residential manner. However, with public sewers not currently available to serve the area, larger 2-acre sized lots can be expected. The development of single-family homes is the appropriate land use for this area. And denial of the request would not appear to benefit the health and welfare of the community. The proposed development is compatible with the existing anticipated development patterns in the area. For the plat, the applicant's requesting final plat approval for a 13.5 acre 3-lot subdivision. 2 of the lots are currently developed with existing single-family homes. All the bulk requirements have been satisfied. The plat contains 1 lot that is going to be zoned agricultural, and provided the rezoning is approved, 2 lots that will be zoned RS. The agricultural lot, or Lot 1, Lot 1 will contain 9.2 acres with approximately 600 feet of frontage along Brockway Street. The existing buildings on this lot exceed the minimum setback requirements for the agricultural zoning district. Lots 2 and 3 will be zoned residential suburban. Lot 2 will be 2.1 acres in size with approximately 300 feet of frontage along both Brockway Street and 71st Terrace. A 35-foot building line has been provided on the plat adjacent to both street frontages. Lot 3 is 1.2 acres in size with approximately 179 feet of frontage along 71st Terrace. Both of these lots exceed the minimum requirements of the RS zoning district. Lot 2 is currently vacant, and Lot 3 contains an existing single-family home and detached garage. The existing single-family home on Lot 3 was constructed in 1930 and does not meet the current front yard setback requirements in the RS district. However, this structure is considered to be illegal non-conforming and is allowed to remain as it is today. In the event that the property were to be redeveloped in the future, it would be expected to be reconstructed so that it meets the current setback requirements of the zoning district. Access to the lots within this subdivision will be provided by direct driveway access from Brockway and 71st Terrace. This final plat is intended for conveyance purposes only. All street, storm, and street light public improvements have previously been constructed. Therefore, no additional public improvements are required. This development is not subject to the provisions of SMC Chapter 1226, which pertains to the city's excise tax on new subdivision plats. The land included in a replat of a recorded subdivision and does not increase the number of lots nor the area of the original subdivision. This subdivision is subject to provisions of SMC 1214, Park and Recreational Land Use Fund. Open space fees in the amount of $400 per lot shall be paid prior to issuance of a building permit. Lot 1 and Lot 3 are exempt from this requirement as they are already developed with existing single-family homes. As far as staff's recommendation, we'll need two actions from the commission tonight, one for the rezoning and one for the plat. As far as staff's recommendation, staff recommends approval of Z-06-18-10 rezoning from agricultural to residential suburban, subject to the following condition. Number one, approval of the rezoning by the city council and publication of the rezoning ordinance as required by state statute. Staff Staff also recommends approval of FP-11-18-10, final plat for Matlock Meadows, subject to the following conditions. Those are conditions 1 through 11 as listed in the staff report, and I won't go through those this evening. And that concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you, Mark. Is the applicant present? If you'd come forward and state your name and address, please, sir.
My name is Joe McLaughlin. I'm with BHC Roads, 712 State Avenue, Kansas City, Kansas. I'm representing Terry Matlack, the property owner.
Are you in agreement with staff recommendations?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much. Does the commission have any questions for staff or applicant?
I do.
Commissioner Willoughby.
I'm just kind of curious is on the second sheet of this, where it does all the details. Track 1 is blocks 21, 27, and 28. Okay? And then in track 2 is block 11 and block 22. But it's not, so track 1, track 2, and track 3 don't necessarily follow lots 1, 2, and 3, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Why is that? I mean, is there
It's just the way that the legal description was conveyed in the title commitment. We copied that straight from the title commitment, so it's not going to reflect the way that the current or the proposed configuration of the lots is going to be.
Okay. All right. I guess it's all right.
Any other questions for applicant or staff? If not, then as this is a rezoning request, then we're open to a public hearing. If anybody wishes to speak on this matter, please come forward. Seeing no one is coming forward on this, then we will close the public hearing and go into commission discussion.
Commissioner.
Hearing no commission, Commissioner Peterson.
I actually just have a question. On the surveyor's certificate here, I just need it for clarification. It says this is to certified on the field date shown in the title block of the document. So that is the date that, so this survey was done on August 27th, is that right, of this year?
Does the applicant or staff care to answer that? Applicant, would you care to answer that, please, for us?
Could you repeat the question, please?
So the survey date is there, right? And that was done in August 27th of this year. So this is you're not using any old surveys of the property, correct?
Yes, we are using old surveys. The older surveys are listed under general notes, number 2. The date that's, the field date would be the date that we concluded the field survey of the property.
Okay. So, okay, I see you're using the dates when those houses and the boundary surveys from previous years. Okay, great.
Correct.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I have a question.
We'll be back in. Oh, do you have a question? We'll see if
Just
if
a
the commissioners can
clarification.
answer it. If they can't, then we can ask staff or something. Please go ahead.
Nobody knows here. So where, in the proposed rerouting of Monticello, is it going to, it showed it kind of curving around. Is it going to go across the southern part of this?
The Mark Zilstar planning staff, the routing of New Monticello Road will run down along the east, and it will actually be
Right.
along the back side of Lot 1.
Right. Okay.
It's not,
All the way to the southern border of Lot 1?
Yeah, in fact, if you can see this yellow path through here, that is the right-of-way that's been acquired for the New Monticello.
Okay. Okay, and then it doesn't turn west until south of there.
Right south of there, yes. This property will not be impacted by that. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks.
As we're in commission discussion, hearing no further discussion, would someone care to propose a motion? We need 2 motions, one for the rezoning and one for the site plan. Correct?
Final plat.
Final plat, I'm sorry, final plat. Commissioner Peterson,
I move to approve the rezoning from AG to RS Z-06-18-10 per staff report.
is there a second? Commissioner John Smith,
a second motion.
motion and a second for rezoning from agriculture to residential suburban on Z-06-18-10. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Now we're left with the final plat. Anybody care to? Commissioner Wise.
I'll make a motion to approve final plat FP-11-18-10 for Matlock Meadows, located at the 22,000 block of 71st Terrace, per staff recommendations.
Thank you. Is there a second? Commissioner Beanhoff.
Second that?
There's a motion and a second to approve final plat 11-18-10 of a 13.5 acre parcel land on the south side of 22,000 block of 71st Terrace, per staff recommendations. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you. As for other business, does staff have any other business for us?
We have no other business tonight.
Thank you. Does the commission have other business for staff? Les? He does?
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
I move that we adjourn.
1 second, I have one comment,
Well, then why didn't you speak up?
because I wanted to give everyone else an opportunity to speak. I will not be here at the next meeting. I will be in Germany. One thing I appreciate is we had some people that did let us know ahead when we wouldn't be here. One of my biggest fears is walking in here someday and And we don't have a quorum because we didn't know. So please, if you're not going to be here and you know ahead, let the staff know so that arrangements could be made if necessary.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Commissioner Les Smith,
I will not be here at the next meeting either.
thank you.
Sorry.
Commissioner Peterson, you're going to be gone in January, right?
No.
Oh,
I just wanted to welcome Doug in his new role as interim planning director, whatever big chieftain hat that he's wearing. And we're looking forward to continuing this great relationship with staff, and Mark too.
thank you. And I would echo that. Then now I'm going to have to kill time till somebody lets me off the hook up here, aren't I? Well, you know, there's
I
a Chiefs
tried
game
once.
on tonight. Commissioner
tried.
Les Smith, would you help us out here?
Yeah, the score is tied 3-3 at the end of the first quarter. Is that what you wanted?
Betcha.
Mr. Chairman, for the
Commissioner
second
Les
time,
Smith,
for the
please.
second time this evening, I move that we adjourn.
I'll second
Is,
it.
there's a motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you.
One of these days, I'm gonna say name just for fun.
I wanted to say that. We'll give a little time to the audience to all have a seat here. Somebody listening on the.
I'm gonna do it when there's people here. I'm gonna do it when there's people here. Oh, that's fun.
Doug? Did Mudgett tell you he wasn't gonna be here?
I got a couple of emails, I got one.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction.
And I got one from Randy,
Right,
but I don't think I heard from Rusty.
okay.
How do we
I'll
make a?
send you an email tomorrow, John.
I know that he's got something going